Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Parasyte the Maxim. Where last episode, episode 23. Sorry, I never said the episode. Anyway, this is the second to last episode. We lost Migi in the last one. I mean, there seems to be little parts of Migi, but they don't seem to be able to communicate except for like a little bit in his dreams. So I don't know, will they be able to like culminate in the end of the show and like turn him back into a normal boy, but then he has like a little mini Migi back or something. I don't know. Or is Migi just done? You know, it very well could be. So I'm curious where the show's gonna go. We have him running back in the woods to go try and stop Goto, who's in like beast mode, rampaging through the forest. I don't know why, but yeah, met a really nice old lady who, you know, helped him recover from his wounds and didn't want to let him go, so he stayed longer than he should have, and all that. It was really an adorable thing. But yeah, I imagine this episode is going to be pretty gruesome. I think we're going to be dealing with, you know, obviously Shinichi trying to beat Goto and everything, and then maybe next episode, either that'll bleed into the next episode, or next episode might just be wrap up for our characters. So we'll see. Let's start this episode here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Hmm. Man. Scar on his chest, scar on his eye, missing an arm. This poor boy has been through some shit, man. I feel like he's about to get attacked. Ugh. Is he like... Huh. He's in like fetal position or something. Yeah. My back has had like an itch for like the whole last video I did before this one. Get down my shirt, you damn back scratcher. Damn it. Alright. Don't worry, I'm okay. Just trying to reach. This might be... Sometimes the final episode doesn't have the opening, but it also might, because this feels like one of those shows that the main conflict wraps up here, and then we have an episode of, like, what's next, right? We'll see. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm often wrong with this show. It defies my expectations, which is a good thing. But it also very well could be the last time we hear this. Because sometimes final episodes don't have it. Life and Oath. Migi didn't before. Migi only slept once part of his body was gone, right? Or no? Maybe Migi did sleep before. I don't trust. Man, the way he's like huddled. How do you cut off his head? What? How though? I guess if Migi, because he wasn't there, he ran and didn't see Migi like deteriorate, right? So he doesn't know if Migi like latched onto him and survived. Jesus, look at him. Uh-oh. Alright, Shinichi. Excuse me. Yeah. She gave Summit be flexible. Yeah. I thought her advice might come back to help in this fight. Same conclusion Migi came up with. Would have been nice if Migi shared that information before he died. Shit. I guess he is enhanced. He uses damn teeth to... Did he use it to sharpen the end? He has strength. We know he can throw. Oh, shit! Not good. I almost wonder if instead of jumping out of a tree, if him throwing it would have been more effective with his strength, rather than relying on gravity. He looks so crazy, man. The knife is still in the back of his neck. I wonder if that'll come into play. Just gonna try to punch him. I thought he hit him in the dick, but I think it was just the abs. Well. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Right in the trash. Yep. That was a hard-ass hit, man. He's like some Resident Evil boss. Speaking of Resident Evil, I'm watching a remake of Resident Evil 4. people play through it. There's actually creatures whose heads explode into like weird, creepy things that have arms that come out and attack, and it reminds me so much of this. I wonder if this got inspiration from Resident Evil, or if Resident Evil got inspiration from this. Or just coincidence. Yeah. What did you mean by that? Emotionally fragile? But he doesn't seem like he's emotionally fragile. I can't imagine emotionally connecting to this guy. Come on, Shinichi. Tired? Too many people? Interesting. Is that enough to kill him, though, or would that just be a flesh wound? You know? Like, he was shot there and he's fine now. But maybe the hitting of a spot like that... Oh, okay, that was his sleeve. He kicked it in. At least buy him enough time to get away, but probably didn't kill him. There's blood. Alright. So just enough time to get away, but he needs to find where the heart is kept. Is it going to be the other people? Oh, shit! He mad. He did it. Well, he's gonna die anyway. What else was there to do? Are those other people gonna come in and, like, shoot him and help or something, maybe? Uh-oh. What? Are they internally fighting? Are they changing heads right now? Oh! Little Migi! Oh my god! What is this power? What is happening? How? What? Oh my god, did Migi just suck in him? How? What? Are they trying to take over? Explain! He's having a bad time. Ah. Toxins? Poison. Their weakness is trash. No. Alright, Migi. Well, damn. He just popped. Okay. Hmm. But how did Migi get in there? Yeah. Ash? It's burnt? Huh. That was just... He just RNG'd into it. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Gotta stop some of them. Just go stomp on them. Kick them away. Delay them. Hmm? Interesting. Okay. This shit's crazy. I did not expect any of this. Yeah, but he's also a killing machine. Yep. Exactly. Hmm. Damn. All right. Yeah, I mean, if he goes on to kill people, that's kind of on Shinichi, right? Definitely a tough call. I probably would have killed it, honestly. Hmm. Did he go back? Well, shit. Guess he decided. Oh, and he brought the blade back. What a badass. Cool. Well, damn. All right. I feel like that could have been the end of the show, but there's one more, I believe, right? Let me go make sure that it's not like an OVA marked as like episode 24 or something. Um, Usually my anime list should say the amount of episodes while these credits roll. Yeah, 20. It says 24 episodes. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I guess we're just gonna kind of wrap up the characters a little bit and stuff. I mean, that's basically what I thought was gonna happen anyway, right? But yeah, I mean, finishing this fight and then getting into a little bit of like aftermath and what's next, and maybe we'll get a state of the world. Now that the mayor or whatever is dead, and all this, it'll be interesting. But that's it for episode 23. So yeah, Goto is done. Um, I just sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of just that luck of Shinichi pulling that out of the trash that apparently was burned and burned acrylics, which created hydrogen sulfide. Not Was it hydrogen sulfide, or was that what like the original like creatures on Earth like lived in? Either way, it created some kind of chemical that or toxin that got on the blade and was I don't know if it was toxic to him because of the human host, or if that chemical, like the human part of Goto, right? Because he stabbed it in like the fleshy part, right? The chink in the armor. Or was it toxic because it is actually toxic to the parasites, right? Like, let's say you laced bullets in that chemical and you shot a parasite, you know, in the head or something where it just has its parasite flesh, not the human flesh. Would that actually hurt it, or would it be able to just reform and be fine like it was doing before? I don't know. Either way, we lucked out there, and that, you know, created an internal power struggle between the other parasites that are in there. They all started pulling apart, and then, you know, obviously we had Migi, you know, cut. Now, Migi surviving is a little confusing to me. So, the only thing I can think of is, like, how did Migi get in his body to begin with, right? We saw a big part of Migi die on the ground, right? So does that mean when Migi went to go cut his neck, did he, like, move a part of his body into Goto's body in that moment? Is that what happened? And then just, like, took a spot inside? But then how did they not realize? And it seemed like it was his arm, right? It's almost like Migi replaced the parasite that was the arm before with himself. Did he somehow, like, kill the parasite in the arm and take over its spot? Maybe next episode they'll talk about it. That's, like, my biggest confusion, right? Is how Migi lived. So, I guess I won't talk about it too much until next episode, because maybe they'll answer it. But yeah, like, that's my main complaint. Now, obviously, the Migi version that popped up on Shinichi's arm was a little bit more acceptable because they already established the little eye. It just spawned a couple little blades to block the attack. I also don't know what was up with the lightning, right? It was almost like a new power for a second there. Was that just like anime visualization of, like, Migi transferring back? Or was there actually, like, blue lightning there that was, like, zapping? Once again, I'm not 100%. Sometimes anime doesn't make it very clear for me, with some of those things. Kind of like how it took me a very long time on Demon Slayer to know whether they really see, like, his water breathing, you know, when he's, like, creating this, like, dragon with water and stuff. Can other people actually see that? But no one ever really addresses it, so I don't think they can, you know. And it took me a while to figure out whether that was just an anime visual thing or an actual thing in the world. So, what was it? Man, I don't know if I'll be able to think of it. There was another show where I was convinced, I'm currently watching To Your Eternity Season 2. And there's, like, a little moment where, like, a character is, like, loving another character, and it has these little, like, sparkles coming off them. And I just assumed the sparkles were, like, just an anime thing, right? But it was really the main character sensing those emotions, because he has the ability to sense, like, when someone else is in pain, but he's also able to sense when they're, like, happy. And he was just sensing a new emotion, which was love. And it was visually represented by a little light. I don't think he actually sees that light, but it did have, like, a context in the show for a reason it was there. It was telling us that he was feeling that feeling too, kind of thing. And then you see it later and you see it affect him, and it made me realize that that's what it was. But I was, like, really misled by that. But, you know, little things like that, it's sometimes confusing. So anyway, but it was a cool moment. I mean, obviously Shinichi had a lot of internal struggle because he was pretty much going to his death, and even in the beginning he's like, I don't know why I'm going, you know? He's like, it's not that I want to die, and, you know, it's not that I want to be the champion of the human race and stuff like that, or get revenge or anything. You know, it was like he was trying to, like, rationalize his reasoning for walking back in, but, you know, something about it made him feel good at the same time, even though he said it wasn't, like, being the champion and, you know, proving strength or anything. So, just a very human thing to want to do what you can to contribute to prevent deaths, although it's also a very human thing to cause a lot of deaths. So we're a complex species. But then he also talked about, who am I to decide when it came to like killing Goto? He ended up doing it, but he was like, who am I to decide whether this being should live or die? But I mean, at the same time, as I said in the reaction, if he would have recovered, if the 50-50 would have made him live, and he just went off and killed 10 more people, that would have been on you. Those 10 people could have been alive, right? But I guess the way that Shinichi was thinking is maybe that's the way it's meant to be. Maybe humans really are a pollution on this planet, and maybe he really is the cure. Who is Shinichi to decide whether that's true or not? But then, who created these parasites, right? Like, if they're created by a person, then what gives that person the right to create these parasites that fit the human population and just, like, basically causing deaths that he has no right choosing, who lives and who dies, even though he's not choosing, it's, the parasites that he created choose, but still. Like, no one should have the power to decide who lives or dies, except for, like, the legal system with people who do heinous enough crimes to get the death penalty. Honestly, I'm okay with the death penalty. I think there are some people that are just too broken to exist in our society, and it sucks. I wish there was a better way to help them, but like sociopaths and stuff like that, it's like they don't feel remorse for what they've done, so it's not like there's any hope in the next 30 years that they're gonna repent for what they've done and like feel sorry and everything. It's like they're not capable of those emotions. I guess there could be something to be said that in the next 30 years we could develop the technology to flip the switch back on for their emotions if the science ever got that far, and then they could be a normal person and exist, and if we didn't kill them, then, then they would have been alive to see it, kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't know. I do think there are crimes that are punishable by death. That's just my opinion. Obviously, anyone's entitled to their opinion. I also understand the idea of every life is precious and, just put them in prison and don't kill them, kind of thing. I get it, but that's just my thought process. Anyway, but yeah, it's cool having Migi back. I really thought with the way this show has like killed people and they never come back when they're killed, right? I thought Migi was just gone. I mean, maybe a little bit of arm stuff with his like eyeball popping out every now and then or something. Maybe we'd see, or maybe some dream stuff would be in his future. But I thought it was just gonna be the end. But I wonder, with like everything that's happened and Migi last episode calling Shinichi a friend and everything, I wonder if Migi will be a little bit more lax with this like near-death experience, and like, will Shinichi be able to tell his dad and Satomi what's going on and tell them about this, or will it, in this last episode coming up, is he just gonna still keep it a secret forever, But the main reason Shinichi didn't tell before was because because Migi threatened to kill everybody, so we'll see. I'm really excited for the last one. We'll definitely talk more there in regards to the show as a whole, which I've loved the show so much. But I'll go into more detail on that on episode 24. I think that's all I have. It was a cool fight, pretty crazy that Shinichi pulled off what he did, pretty crazy that Migi's back, and I look forward to seeing how they wrap up this show. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see 2 episodes ahead. One will be the last episode of this, and then one will be whatever is replacing this, which there's an active poll going on right now. I didn't tell you guys about it because by the time this episode releases to YouTube, I think the poll will probably be over, because I do 2 episodes on my Patreon, and then I try to be 1 episode ahead of that in case I ever get sick. I'll have an episode ready, I can release it, and I can take like a week off and not record, kind of thing. So by this point, by the time episode 23 is releasing to YouTube for you guys, the poll will be over. So, but at this point of me recording, the poll is not over, so I have no idea what has won. So you'll just have to wait and see what has replaced it. But yeah, links are in the description for that, or they should be popping up on the screen. Check it out if you're interested. Thank you guys, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.